Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael Everett and today we'll be watching the season finale of Doctor Who. This season was exhilarating, interesting, had a good concept. I feel like every episode flowed well together and I'm both excited and sad to see it go. I know that this might be the last episode for at least a year. I know that there's going to be that spinoff and I probably will be reacting to that. But other than that, I know this show is going to be off for at least 2026. Maybe there might be a Christmas episode, not sure. But what I do know is that this is the last episode of this season. Last week's episode, we saw that the Rani decided to, basically destroy the world to rescue Omega. That is so hard to say correct because I want to say Omega, but it's not Omega, it's Omega. I did my research, I went back and I learned more about Omega, and I did my best to have a full, complete understanding. Thank you so much to the team at Who Culture, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been able to understand everything. I learned that Omega was basically one of the three founding fathers of the Time Lord Society. He was the one who helped invent time travel. So now that I have that backstory, I know that Omega sees himself as a god. So do I expect Omega to be seen as a god and part of the pantheon this episode? Yes, I do. As far as predictions go, not sure what's going to happen. I'm excited to see. I am a little worried that there might be a little regeneration at the end of this because there have been rumors swirling and I don't want a regeneration. I have loved Ncuti in this role and I want to see more of him. But if there's regeneration, then we will handle that as it comes. But I'm excited to see how this season ends. This season has been fantastic. So here's the hoping that it ends on a great note and I can call this one of the better seasons of Doctor Who. So without further ado, this is Series 15/Season 2, Episode 8, The Reality War. Okay, so we're starting right off where it ended last time. Right, he was falling at the end of last episode. Reality is falling apart. Doctor, what are you gonna do? Oh. There's always some kind of scapegoat out of these things. Oh! Oh my god, what a great addition. Come on, Anita saving the day. Okay, so she woke up. Okay. So the day is just reset? I'm so confused. Anita saved the day. Love Anita. I'm glad she's back. Oh, that's so exciting. I love Anita. I love that this is back, and I love that Anita is part of this. Oh. Wait, so is Anita going to come back? I would love to see Anita for season 3. That would be fun. Not Matt Smith. I love that she opens the door and there's just all these doctors. They love this bait stuff. Come on, Rogue. She's like, wait, that man's gay. She's like, wait a minute. Does she not know he was gay?
All's well that ends well.
Not her being into him and then her being like, wait a minute, this man's gay. Oops. But see, he's saying Omega. Omega.
You were supposed to follow him everywhere. All right, I had Christmas off. Did you? We're the same person.
Okay. So the Time Hotel has this ability to open up rooms into people's houses, apparently. Oh, not the pet human.
But she isn't real.
How dare you?
Oh.
I have been in the halls of the Goblin King. I have stood in the palaces of the Daleks. I have entered the caves of Satan himself. But what has happened here, in this tiny little bedroom in the middle of suburbia, is bigger than anything.
Hello?
But the doctor's already figured out, and he made it past the barrier, so he understands what's going on. I like that he's kind of rude to Anita there. I like it when he's a little bit more confrontational. I'm still not over the whole Anita scene where she saw him dancing with a man and realized she was thirsting after a gay man. Not him taking Belinda to the Time Hotel with Poppy.
I'm Belinda Chandra.
Oh, now she remembers. How'd she get there?
In a single day.
Wait, did they really have a baby? Wait, is Poppy actually Belinda and the doctor's baby? Or is it I'm so confused still. Not her open up the door. Are they just gonna basically invite everybody into the time hotel to like convince everything was fake? So far, I'm loving the way this episode has started. He said you're wearing pants and a skirt. Oh. Oh, you know, he's really coming to this role. They are doing a great job at like he's doing so good. I don't even know what it is. This just feels good. Is that actually their daughter? I've said this like 6 times.
Well, now you're going too far.
Like my mind is still like on the fact that they have a daughter. But Belinda had a daughter with the doctor. Is she real, as in like, is that actually her daughter? Not the chip in the neck. Not for a job. Oh, she's so shook. Not them putting tabs in everybody's necks. Oh, the reunion, like actual reunion. I love the 15th Doctor's energy. He is just such a like. He has such a great like energy about him, if that makes any sense. Is she a wish? So she's not actually Poppy. Oh, not the Ronnie.
The Time Lords were slaughtered. How did you survive?
Yeah, explain. Now Miss Flood is coming out.
The 24th, but I was brilliant.
I don't like that she shut her up. You know, I think it's gonna make her flip on her, like flip on herself. A human.
Such thing.
Oh.
We're sterile.
We are infertile.
The species is barren. We're a biological dead end. There can never be another Gallifrey.
Wait, what?
Sometimes
Were they always that way?
generations.
An accident.
The most beautiful accident, because that is what life does.
Okay, so she was a wish.
A mad woman and a maniac.
Sorry, but she's not real. She's made of hopes and dreams and wishes.
That is every child.
Corny, but cute.
If we don't end the way, I remember her being my daughter, and if I remember it, then it's true. Not one of you is taking her out of existence. Have you got that? Not one of you.
This is the Belinda I wanted. Where was she like every single episode? Where was she in the episode with the torture? I like the Ronnie. She's fun, and she's not like purely evil. She has her intentions, and she was like, "I'll leave y'all alone. I just want the Time Lords back." There's a lot more of a grounded story than I was expecting. Like it does. I know like they're talking about wishes and stuff, but it's like got a little bit more realness to it. Like I was expecting the ground to open up and Omega to pop out and the Bone Beast to come launching in, but now I know it's like for a specific reason. And the Ronnie gave her explanations. I do think it was a little like exposition heavy, but I am enjoying this so far.
Suffocate you just be
That is terrifying of a thought.
forever.
Oh, these Bone Beasts are kind of cool. Oh shit. This is so Star Wars. Much like the beginning of the season, actually. Oh, that little baby's so cute. Alright, so they're going down in this little thing to like keep him in stasis, basically. Hopefully the Doctor wins. That would suck if this shit ended with him regenerating or something. Can I punch him? Please punch him. Not the flying jet thing from the last episode. See, this is where that Disney budget comes in, because that looks crazy. I know that's what they're doing with this. They're like, let's have a cool action sequence, but it's still very cool. It's just quiet in there. That was so dramatic. It went from like all that to just, let's just sit here. No, he just busted right in there. Alright, get in there and talk to that man. Oh, not the gun! He said, hold up girl, I got a gun.
Want to see him, the Almighty One, don't you?
Oh,
Oh my God.
I love how they convinced him. Because they got to his curiosity. Not the Doctor just wanting to figure this out and see what's going on. His curiosity got the best of him.
When I made you smile. That was real.
I wonder if she's actually going to be able to get to him and make him see the error of his way, so to speak, instead of, like, hitting him or whatever. Ew! Oh, God. Oh, God. That is wild looking.
The Titan! The original sin!
Oh.
Well, I think you'll find.
Oh, no! Oh, he ate her! He literally just ate her. Oh my god. Oh my god is oh my god. That's crazy. Miss Flood just picking up the wristband.
So much for the two Ranis. It's a good night from me.
Period. She said bye-bye. I'm getting out of here. That's crazy that he just ate the older Rani. Taking care of that problem, isn't he? What's she gonna wish?
I wish you to be happy.
That's so sweet of her. Fucked up that he had this whole thing, but she has goodness in her heart. Undo the wish now. Alright, so it's getting rid of all of this. Yeah, where is the TARDIS? Oh, it's probably at the center of all of this. Oh, she's like in the TARDIS. Okay. Wait, so were they in the TARDIS the whole time? Oh, okay. So that was where he was. Like, the door, the reason that she just opened is because he was in the TARDIS with the wish. So he, like, just shut off the wishes.
I don't know.
Time to find out if Poppy and Belinda made it. So is Poppy gone? Oh, well, Poppy made it. Okay. Good to know Poppy made it. I do find it weird that they put Belinda in a box and kept her there 90% of the episode, but, like, there's a huge cast to juggle and a lot of shit going on, so, like, I get it. But that is their daughter? It's still so weird. Is she gonna take off the jacket and she's gonna be, like, invisible or something?
All of the universe and I have never
Is he about to bigenerate?
I used to say take me home.
There's something wrong. They keep passing it back to each other.
stay. I knew it.
But why does Ruby remember? Why does Ruby remember? What is up with Ruby being able to remember all this stuff? Okay, so this is sad because, like, Poppy was real, but then as they were folding it back and forth, it was getting messed up. Come on, Ruby, like, really put your foot down. See, this season has done a great job at making Ruby a much better companion, because the first season didn't really do much for me with Ruby, but this season, every time she's been on screen, I've loved it. There we go. Now you're on May the 24th. But I noticed that Poppy disappeared when he said no more wishes, so maybe it was him wishing that made her disappear. I love that they brought her back.
You're very welcome to stay, Anita. You could work for UNIT. You'd be very...
Not her. She's trying to hire everybody.
So,
Bye, Anita.
they say hello, by the way.
Who does?
The boss.
Hence the boss. Who's the boss? Yeah, park that because the meep mentioned the boss. So the boss wasn't the Rani. The boss wasn't Omega, clearly.
To Neptune?
The gods are full of tricks.
Hmm.
One wish survived. And it turns out to be him,
Damn.
not Poppy.
I don't like that he's like constantly telling her no.
Do you remember a child called Poppy? Remember?
I'm looking for your daughter, Ruby. Who's Ruby?
That Christmas, I was
Oh.
I ceased to exist, and you did everything you could to bring me back because you couldn't bear a world with one person.
Yeah.
Snapped in that time explosion.
Oh,
That was you.
this music got really loud for no reason. Glad Ruby finally got to him. I don't know why he kept saying, no, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, when she was like freaking the fuck out.
There was only one thing that was strong enough
What's that?
The last of the Time Lords.
Period. Come on, the last of the Time Lords. What are you gonna do? Are you just moving on? Is this the end of the season?
Oh man, I like this face.
No! Come on, are you fucking rebooting?
I was the best.
No!
Let's say best male.
What?
Jody?
How?
Why did I scream like a little bitch? That's crazy. We'll leave that out. Jody.
The other guy, he is always turning up.
Redecorated.
To stop yourself.
Cheers. Your face is absolutely beautiful.
He really is. Oh my god. Is he actually regenerating? Oh, that was...
That's clever.
Why has he gotta regenerate so soon?
I never said things like that.
That's why you got me.
I should say that to Yaz.
You never do. But she knows.
They're like wrapping up shit from Chris Chibnall.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Fuck. Are you really regenerating? Why are you destroying it? Don't destroy it, dude. Oh, that's so cool looking. Now you break in reality. What's going on? So he was able to get Poppy back using regeneration energy? Oh wait, so now Poppy's a part of it? So it like changed everything. Okay.
I'm not back by 7:30. I'm in trouble. I can't
This is wild. He's like rewriting his own history here.
Gentleman call us Belinda. That's a nice one.
This is Uncle Doctor.
Uncle?
Uncle.
So it's not his daughter, but Poppy was her daughter.
He's a lovely man.
Damn. So time's been fucked up so bad that like her daughter disappeared.
Rich Yakumbola knows how lucky he is.
Damn, that's heartbreaking. Please go see your granddaughter. Damn, he's heartbroken now because he really thought he had a daughter.
Hello, Pop.
I mean, he did bring her back and saved her daughter.
I tell you a secret.
You alright?
Damn, that's so sad for him.
You can come back. Take me to Neptune.
I'd like that.
I'd love that. Will I ever see you again, or do you never go back?
I hope you'll see me again.
Yeah, there's always a chance. This is a regeneration.
This alone. With you. Joy to the world.
Why do you have to change already? Damn, I was just you hit your stride in this episode.
This has been an absolute joy.
God damn it. So who are you? Oh shit. So you're gonna end on a cliffhanger? Billy Piper? Holy sh! Ooh, okay. Wow. Oh my god. A former companion is the new Doctor. I heard some rumors that he was going to be leaving, and I was like, oh god, is he going to leave? I don't want him to leave. And what makes it worse is I think this episode, he hit everything I needed from him as the Doctor. I felt a regen coming. the whole situation with Poppy not being there, Poppy not being real, or Poppy being real but like lost the time and only Ruby remembers. I was not expecting that to be the reason that he decided to switch it up. I thought that Omega was going to come and he was going to have to like die from to get rid of Omega, or Omega was going to do something. Let me just start from the beginning. They brought back the Time Hotel. I completely forgot that Stephen Moffat said that he needed to learn about the end of season 2 to kind of have an idea about what was going to happen with the season finale and how he was going to work in the Time Hotel. I forgot that that was mentioned. That was insane that we got to see Anita again. Anita found out the Doctor was gay and was like, ugh. That's the one thing about this episode. It was so much to cover. I think the whole Omega situation kind of got thrown to the side for this whole Poppy situation, which is fine, but I kind of wish that they either remove the whole Omega situation, like maybe just have it to where the Omega thing just didn't work out. Like maybe never have it open. Maybe never have his giant bone looking self come out and be like, ugh. Maybe have none of that. Maybe just like ignore that and have the Ronnie fail to get what she wanted. Archie Panjabi, fantastic job. She did an amazing job as the Ronnie this episode. I think she characterized her well. I enjoyed her character. She was very exposition heavy as a character, but I think ultimately convincing the Doctor to let her bring Omega back just to kind of like see what happens. She basically got to him and she was like, let's see what happens. I will say I'm not too much of a fan of is the fact that they just kind of threw that whole storyline to the side halfway through the episode. I felt like it got resolved pretty fast, but then made this whole thing about Poppy not existing and Poppy being real and like making that the centerfold of the episode. I thought that was interesting because we weren't expecting that to be more of an issue. Now, the one thing I just want to skip to it already because of how exciting it was. I love Billie Piper and I'm so excited to see more of her, but in a different role. Susan's still out there. I hope that becomes a focal point going into season 3 and 4. If they happen. They will. I heard that they will happen. It'll probably just be a lower budget, which is fine. Unfortunately, Ncuti had to go and do his own thing. And that's good. It's fine. I'm happy for him. But it really sucks because we did only get, 20 episodes with him. Despite the fact that I enjoyed the majority of those 20 episodes. But besides the underusage of the Omega stuff, which again might actually be fine because I felt like that's the thing though. I kind of wish they never had him pop up. I wish it was like a failed attempt versus actually having it succeed and then eat the Ronnie. I wish it failed and the Ronnie got pissed off and disappeared or whatever. Instead, Mrs. Flood took off. Everything else hit for me. Anita, the character progression, Jodie Whittaker showing up, completely unexpected. If you said a former Doctor was going to show up, I would expect 11 more than any of them. But the fact that Jodie showed back up and had a little bit more screen time, I like the inclusion of when the 15th Doctor was like, oh, I love you. And she was like, oh, we do that now? Like, she was shocked by it because her Doctor did not do that, but he does. And then she turned around and was like, oh, I should go tell Yaz that. And he was like, she already knows. You never say it. And she's just like, oh. When I tell you this was the first regeneration that I didn't know was two things. I had an idea that it might have been coming because of I've seen nothing but leaks on Twitter and YouTube and all this other stuff just saying, oh, regen's gonna happen. But what I was not expecting was Billie fucking Piper. I did not know who the Doctor was gonna be because I didn't anticipate it. I didn't look into it. I didn't look at lists. Before the 15th Doctor was announced, I was watching videos about lists of people who it would probably be or people that it could be. And then randomly on a random day, they announced who it was. And it was just like in a press release. Whereas at least with Billie Piper, there was no press release. There was no introducing her as a new Doctor. There was no news piece saying that he was leaving and she was coming on as the 16th. There was no like video of a hooded figure walking in the woods that they premiered during the Wimbledon match to say who the new Doctor was. This was the first Doctor that I have been surprised at who it was. And when Billie fucking Piper shows up as the fucking Doctor, that was a shock and a half. When I tell you this episode hit everything it needed to at the end. Now they do need to go find Susan. They do need to make a bigger note of that. They need to figure out who this boss is that Anita apparently knows. And she was like, oh, the boss says it, and like shuts the door all like mysteriously, like, Anita, what do you know? I think the regeneration scene was probably the happiest regeneration scene ever. I think the only one that rivals the happiness factor is the very last section of Jodie's change. Jodie had a little bit of a sad moment with Yaz and like really jerked at the heartstrings a little bit. Whereas I feel like this regeneration scene was a little bit more like excited. Like he was just kind of like, all right, I'm saving the day and I'm going to like show off and show out and see what happens. I kind of do wish he had a little bit more of a speech, a little bit more of a moment to like get my heartstrings going, but I think I resigned myself to admitting that he was going, and ultimately he seemed happy to go and he was excited. I'm an optimistic person. I enjoyed this season. I enjoyed the episode. Sue me for having fun. I don't know. I really liked the episode. I really liked this season. And I'm excited to see how Billy does. I am still in utter shock. I've said it 100 times at this point, but Billy fucking Piper. So let me know what you guys thought about the reality war. Let me know what you thought about the season. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What worked? What didn't work? Do you kind of agree with me? Disagree with me? Completely up to you. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one.